Have you ever scrolled through your feed, seen those perfect pictures of turquoise water and white sandy beaches, and thought, I could live there? I know I have. The dream of trading in the concrete jungle for a tropical paradise is a powerful one. But what's it really like to pack up your life and move to a remote island? Is it all coconuts and hammocks, or is there a side to island life that the travel brochures don't show you? Well, today we're diving deep into the pros and cons of relocating to a remote destination. We'll explore the incredible highs and the surprising lows so you can decide if this ultimate lifestyle change is truly right for you. Let's start with the good stuff, the pros, the very reasons we're all drawn to this idea in the first place. The number one pro, without a doubt, is the unparalleled natural beauty. Imagine waking up not to the sound of traffic, but to the gentle lapping of waves on the shore. Your morning commute could be a barefoot walk on the beach. You're constantly surrounded by breathtaking landscapes, from lush jungles to vibrant coral reefs. This constant connection to nature has a profound effect on your well-being. Stress levels drop, you feel more present, and you start to appreciate the simple things in life. It's a complete sensory reset. Another huge advantage is the slower pace of life. Island time is a real thing. The hustle and bustle of city life fades away, replaced by a more relaxed, laid-back rhythm. People tend to be more present, less rushed, and more focused on community and relationships. This isn't just about being on vacation. It's a fundamental shift in how you experience your day-to-day existence. You have more time for hobbies, for yourself, and for the people around you. This can lead to a significant improvement in your mental and physical health. The pressure to constantly be on just melts away. And let's talk about the community. On many remote islands, communities are incredibly tight-knit. You get to know your neighbors, the shopkeepers, the local fishermen. There's a real sense of belonging and looking out for one another that can be hard to find in a big, anonymous city. You become part of a unique local culture, learning new traditions, trying new foods, and maybe even picking up a new language or dialect. This cultural immersion is an incredibly enriching experience that can broaden your perspective on the world in ways you never imagined. You're not just a tourist passing through. You're part of the fabric of the place. Finally, there's the adventure. Living on an island opens up a world of outdoor activities right at your doorstep. Snorkeling, diving, sailing, hiking to hidden waterfalls, exploring sea caves, the possibilities are endless. Your weekends are no longer about running errands and catching up on chores, they're about exploration and discovery. It's a lifestyle that encourages you to be active, to get outside, and to constantly try new things. For anyone with an adventurous spirit, this is an absolute dream come true. It's like being on a permanent expedition. Okay, so far it sounds pretty perfect, right? But before you start packing your bags and buying a one-way ticket, we need to talk about the flip side. Let's get real about the cons because they are just as important to consider. The first major challenge is something called island fever. At first, the smallness of the island feels cozy and charming. But after a while, it can start to feel isolating and claustrophobic. You know, everyone, you've been everywhere, and there's nowhere new to go. The lack of anonymity can also become draining. Everyone knows your business, and that can be a lot to handle. Sometimes you just want to go to the store without having a half-hour conversation. Next up is the cost and availability of goods. Everything, and I mean everything, has to be shipped in. This means groceries, electronics, furniture, even building materials are significantly more expensive. Your favorite brand of coffee, that specific type of pasta you love, it might not be available, or it might cost 3 times as much. You have to learn to be flexible, to live with less, and to make do with what's locally available. This reliance on shipping also means that when a storm hits or the ferry breaks down, the shelves at the grocery store can get empty pretty quickly. It forces you to be resourceful, but it can also be a constant source of frustration. Another huge factor is career and income opportunities. Unless you're a remote worker with a stable online job, or you're independently wealthy, finding work can be extremely difficult. The job market on a small island is, by definition, very limited. Most jobs are in tourism, hospitality, or local services. If your career is in a specialized field like tech, finance, or medicine, You might have to put it on hold or make a complete career change. You really need to have a solid financial plan in place before you even consider making the move. Don't just assume you'll figure it out when you get there. And let's not forget about infrastructure and services. Things we take for granted in the city, like high-speed internet, reliable electricity, and top-tier medical care, can be a real issue on a remote island. Power outages might be a regular occurrence. The internet might be slow and patchy, which is a huge problem if you work online. And what about healthcare? For minor issues, the local clinic might be fine. But for any serious medical emergency or specialized treatment, you'll likely need to be flown to the mainland, which is both expensive and stressful. This is a massive consideration, especially if you have a family or existing health conditions. Finally, there's the reality of being far from family and friends. At first, everyone will be excited to visit you in your new paradise. But the cost and time it takes to travel can make those visits less frequent. You'll miss birthdays, holidays, and important life events. Video calls are great, but they can't replace a real-life hug. This distance can be emotionally taxing and is one of the main reasons people end up moving back from their island dream. You have to be prepared for a certain level of social isolation from your old life. So what's the verdict? Is moving to an island a dream come true or a potential nightmare? The truth is, it's a bit of both. It's a trade-off. You trade convenience for beauty, anonymity for community, and career opportunities for a slower pace of life. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. The key is to be brutally honest with yourself about what you truly value and what you're willing to sacrifice. My best advice: try it before you buy it. Don't sell your house and quit your job based on a one-week vacation. Try to spend an extended period on the island, maybe a month or two, ideally during the off-season when it's not full of tourists. Talk to the expats and locals who live there year-round. Ask them the tough questions about the challenges they face. Get a real feel for the day-to-day reality, not just the vacation highlight reel. Island living can be one of the most rewarding and transformative experiences of your life, but only if you go into it with your eyes wide open. It requires resilience, flexibility, and a genuine love for a simpler, sometimes more challenging, way of life. So what do you think? Have you ever dreamed of moving to an island? Or maybe you've already done it and have some experiences to share. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and insights. It's such a fascinating topic, and everyone's perspective is so unique. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me on this little virtual escape. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into different lifestyle choices, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend who's always dreaming of the beach, and definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.